Okay.
Do you remember the episode where Lenny was sitting on like phone books?
Yes.
So she'd be taller. Do you remember that, Lenny? When you were sitting on the phone book, so you'd be taller?
Where should slide off?
You ready to do this thing?
We're ready to
This
do
thing
that.
called Flosstube.
We need to have nap time.
Hi, Flosstube.
Oh, are we recording?
Yeah.
Thanks, Peter.
Well, that's how I let you know, see? That way we wouldn't embarrass ourselves.
I think I already did.
Yeah.
That's
fine.
normal, right?
It's fine. It's YouTube. People will forget by next episode.
Or by, they'll get interested in. Did you make that?
I did.
2 points.
2 points.
Did you see Purdue won last night?
No.
They did.
No. What were they playing?
Basketball, they played Yale. It was a nail biter at the end. I thought
Wow.
Yale was going to catch up, but
Wow.
my husband wasn't yelling, so it was okay. But, yeah, my grandson's birthday was yesterday.
Really?
We have a teenager in our midst.
You do?
Yes, he turned 13.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Did you see that other little grandbaby? How fast he's growing? What is that about?
Everett,
I blinked
Oh,
and
my
like he
gosh.
became a little man.
he's we saw him yesterday too. He's just a trip. I mean, you tell him no and he's right back at it and looks at you like, you're going to tell me no? And you tell him no and he's looking at you reaching it again.
He's a tester.
very
testing of the
much.
patience.
And his dad had surgery on his hand, so while Julie was upstairs tutoring, Brian's really trying to take care of Everett, but it's just one-handed thing, and it just wasn't working for him.
So could you call him the one-armed bandit?
No, he wasn't robbing anything because he's a police officer, so
Hey, those are...
be nice.
I love our police officers.
There you go.
Though. I
Okay.
really do.
Okay, so here's the $94 question of the day. What'd you do this weekend?
I don't remember. I can't. I mean, it was such a long time ago.
It was 2 days ago.
I-
2 days ago it was Sunday.
I don't
3
remember.
days ago it was Saturday.
I ate.
I'm sure you did. I don't think you'd be here if you didn't.
Worked at the shop.
On Saturday.
Helped a customer, too.
Well, it's good that you were helpful. That's part of your job.
Yeah.
So,
What'd you do?
well, I took the almost 13-year-old grandson shopping for jeans. He didn't want his mom or dad to take him. He wanted grandma to take him.
Really?
Yeah. So we went to Old Navy, and he's in men's sizes now.
Wow.
And I really didn't know where to start with sizes, so we started at the bottom. Started at 28s.
Uh-huh.
And they had 28 30s or 31s.
Uh-huh.
And of course, he didn't let me see them on him. So I was asking him all these questions. How did the
yeah,
waist
yeah.
fit? How was the length? Well, it was right at the top of my shoe. I went, those are going to shrink. You're going to have high water pants. We're going to have to get a 32, I think. 31 or 32. I don't know. It was a weird size. So we talked to the sales girl because I couldn't find any. And she says, oh, we don't carry those in the store, but they're on the website. So I ordered him 3 pairs of jeans on the website. And then Hudson tagged along with us. He's the next oldest. And we had to take him to get wrestling gear because yesterday was open mats. And my son wrestled, but the only way I could watch his matches was through the lens of my camera. I have hundreds of pictures of every match he ever wrestled.
Oh, wow.
But, because Mama Bear came out quite a few times, and I almost took a kid out on the mat. So we did that, and then I took him out to lunch, and then I had to bribe Hudson to, he got 2 new pairs of jeans, too, because he has split all of his jeans. I don't know how he does it, but right at the yoke in the back,
Uh-huh.
he's ripped them. All of them. He says, well, I get to working on the farm, and I ripped my jeans. I'm like, okay. But I'd been looking for another pie safe for a couple months, I think, several months. But it had to be only so wide for where I was going to use it. And they don't make very many that wide.
Huh.
So,
I hear Virginia has a pie safe.
well, it's probably one of the wider ones.
Is it one of the wider ones, Virginia? Your pie safe?
It's old as Matilda.
She says it's old.
Well, that doesn't tell me anything because I had to have it fit within like a 35-inch width.
I'll measure it.
Well, how wide is a pie safe?
Most of them are 36 to 40.
How many pies did they fit? Like 2 side by
Let's see.
side?
I've got a Hoosier cabinet and a pie safe.
Now she's telling me all this.
You should make a trip to check
Come
on.
to the green
Just
store.
take,
To the
take,
greens.
take her some cookies. She'll invite you in. You walk around, and then you just kind of select what you'd like to leave with.
Okay. Well, I finally found one.
Oh,
It was
my
on
gosh.
Marketplace, and
I love Marketplace.
he
They got
started
everything on
out
there.
at $600. My budget was half that.
Oh god, 600 is a lot of money for Marketplace. Usually these people are just trying to get rid of stuff.
Yeah. So it's a 5-generation-old cabinet.
5 generations.
And
That's
it's-
old.
It's handmade. And so I messaged him. He brought it down to 400. And I thought, okay. So I looked real close at the pictures and I noticed a few imperfections that were going to have to be fixed. So I consulted with my antique gal who goes around to all kinds of shows, and her house is done in primitives all through her house. I mean, she's been featured in magazines and everything.
Jeez.
So I trust her judgment. So she's like, well, offer him $250 and, let him know it's going to cost about $100 to fix it. I said, okay. So I offered him that. He goes, oh, I can't go that low. How about $350? So I thought about it. And I said, well, how about $300? If you pick it up today, I'll give it to you for $300. I went, okay, boys, we're going to Newcastle. So it's like, oh boy. So it was kind of fun because I found out that that's where Hudson's uncle takes him hunting, was in Newcastle. At I don't know, there's a place up there they go hunting. Mm-hmm. So got my cabinet, Hudson helped me load it, got it home. And then I took Hudson home, but I kept Emerson. And he helped me put out my outdoor Christmas decorations. It has started.
How cool.
We got all that done. And then Sunday I had a rehearsal because this Saturday is our community band's Christmas concert.
Oh, wow.
So it's been busy.
Kicking off the holiday season.
Yeah, we do. We play at a church in Anderson, and it's downtown. Typically, we would have our concert the first weekend of December, but that's also the Christmas parade up there. So we were fighting the crowds for the Christmas parade, the parking, the blocked roads, and everything. So we just decided to back it up before Christmas, and we kind of kick off the holiday season for everybody.
That's fun.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
So then we can enjoy the rest of the holiday season.
Yes.
But it's upon us. So hopefully you've got all your stitching done and
I gotta fix this light.
or are working on it.
I
and
couldn't figure out
Peter's vacating me.
what was wrong with the image. I kept looking in the camera and I'm like, something's not right.
I thought it was fine.
No, I could tell that there
I
wasn't.
looked
The light wasn't.
far away in another universe. Okay, so
I was seeing if there's anybody behind me.
I won't tell you, but there is. Cappy's on the other side of the wall. So how's your cross stitching going, Peter? No, we're not ready to do that. No. Well, I have another finish.
You did?
I did.
What'd you finish? What? Oh, is it the banner?
Did I
Can't
show
remember
this
what
one?
it said.
Do you remember that one?
No.
Okay, I have two finishes then.
No.
The first one is Warm Winter Wishes from Primrose Cottage. Seems like everything I did was but one is Primrose Cottage.
Well, you gotta love their stuff.
I do.
I think that girl loves Christmas.
So this is
Don't you?
Warm Winter Wishes, and I love her for that. And
Yeah.
this is done on 20 count. I'm in love with 20 count right now. It's pretty fun to work on.
Oh, I can see why.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not Ada, it's not linen, but it's not... The stitches just have a whole new look to themselves.
I remember us having this conversation.
Yeah.
Either last Flosstube or no, 2 Flosstubes ago, and I agree with you. I am all about how that your stitching looks on that 20 count.
Yeah, I just really like it.
And I think since you use those needles with the ball tip, it's not any more difficult. It's just as easy.
And then this is my other one. I started way too low on this one. This is Hello Santa.
Looks so good.
And it's going to be a pillow, so it's okay that it's on the bottom part of my...
That's gonna look. Are you gonna do a border around the pillow like with fabric, or are you just gonna sew it into a pillow?
I don't know.
Bring out the the colors with some
Yeah, because I
Christmas fabric.
counted my finishing pile. It's not good. I have 12 things I have to finish.
Wasn't that good that you got 12 things finished?
I think it's awesome that I have 12 things done, but I don't have them fully
Now,
finished.
you know what Ladine does?
She gives them to somebody else to finish.
And she's sitting right there.
I know. Nope. They're mine.
All you gotta do is bring her a milkshake from Arby's, and she's yours.
Yeah.
But there's the Hello Santa from Primrose. So, and then I have my next one all ready to go. Believe it or
What'd
not.
you get? Oh, you do have it kitted.
I do.
You don't mess around.
No, and when I sat down, I was going to start it that next day,
Uh-huh.
but I was missing like 3 flosses. I'm like,
Oh.
well, that's not cool. But I'm going to start working on the Christmas barn, which my friend Cindy, I sent her pictures of the 3 patterns left in my bag from May. I've been working on all these since May. And it was the cardinal wreath. I think that's Tiny Modernist maybe. And then there was the Christmas barn and one other one. I can't remember it, but she picked the Christmas barn and I said, okay, this one might take me a little longer, so I might be into December before I get it finished. But I love the little ornament that they have on there.
That's adorable.
They just tied it on with the twine that they wrapped around the pillow. So finishing really isn't rocket science. You just have to let your imagination roll and go with it. And if you start with one thing. Pick out one thing you want to see with that. Maybe it's the fabric. Put that on there. And then embellish from there. I guess that comes from my scrapbooking background too, is you start with your color, your pictures, and then your colors, and then your embellishments. And I told a creative memories consultant one day, I said, I love your products, but I'm a color junkie. So I got to have a lot of color in here, and you're not giving that to me. So she just kind of looked at me and went, okay.
Okay.
Whatever. So,
Whatevs.
yeah. So that's what I'm working on in between getting my pip for this week done and scrappy spools. I have my blocks to do for that. I'm going to be in trouble if I don't get those done. It's bad when the teacher doesn't get hers done. And I thought I finished my grandson's awful quilt.
Awful? Why is it awful?
You want to see why it's awful?
Yeah.
And only about half of you will agree with me.
Is it because of the fabric?
Yes, it is.
Oh my gosh. That's funny.
Well, I had made my
Half of you will agree.
oldest grandson a Purdue quilt. Had a ball making it. And
Oh
so,
yeah, because we would get that gorgeous Purdue
Yeah.
fabric in here, wouldn't we?
yeah, so I
I forgot about that.
had it on the long arm, and Hudson came up and they were watching me quilt it, and he said, "Grandma, will you make me an IU quilt?" And I, dead serious, I said, "No, Hudson, I can't." I said, "I would have to buy a new sewing machine if I made you an IU quilt." And he just looked at me and he said, "Fine, I'll go ask Nana to make me one." And I said, "You do that," knowing Nana doesn't make quilts. So, being the grandma that I am, I relented and I bought 4 IU fabrics. Okay?
And a new sewing machine?
No, I did have to bring it in to have it serviced.
Was that after you sewed the Indiana fabric?
Yeah. But these 4 fabrics that I bought, when it came time to make the quilt, I could not find them. I looked in 2 rooms, 3 rooms for 2 days. I still have not found the IU fabric that I bought. So I had to go online and buy it. And I wasn't real happy with my choices, but hey, his quilt's done. So if you know Hudson, don't tell him that's what he's getting. So, yeah. And IU people, I'm sorry, but that's just, my dad was a Purdue graduate. My husband's a Purdue graduate. I worked for Purdue people most of my life, so I don't have a choice. But that's okay. So, yeah, got that done.
Sweet.
But
Hey, you got an outline.
I do, because I had stuff that I knew I would forget. I was talking about finishing, and this is from Luminous Fiber Arts, and she was showing a couple of her new releases.
That's cool.
But what caught my eye, and I hope you can see it,
Yeah, it's caught my eye too.
if you look at the rickrack around the outside, because typically you would tuck your rickrack in between your fabric, so you just have these little bumps sticking out. Well, she sewed it around the top of her the seam, around the seams on it, and then she took little, I think these are small bugle beads, they're not the long ones, they're the shorter ones, and stitched down the little bumps so that they're not just flapping out there. And I thought, well, isn't that a cute idea?
That is.
So if you're a Luminous Fiber Arts person, there's you a new idea. And thank you, Misty Purcell, for that. I'm not sure if she did the...
Why is he holding a firecracker?
That's not a firecracker.
It's a cherry bomb.
It's a candy cane.
That's a cherry bomb. See the fuse? It's a cherry bomb.
The green is his glove, and the red and white is the candy
No,
cane.
show the camera. Show the people. Show Santa
Well,
with the cherry bomb.
It's
He's gonna
not
put it
a
in.
cherry bomb.
He's gonna put it in a naughty boy's mailbox.
See what I have to put up with, people? Okay. So. And you wonder why I have to have an outline. Teresa Kogut. Those of you who love Teresa Kogut, she has a new book that she's waiting on to get back from the printers.
Ooh.
And it's called Hello Santa. And there's 7 Santa designs in this book. Now, they're not your, I'll say, your traditional Santas. All of her work is folk art. So he might look like a different Santa, but he's still the symbol. What's my word?
I don't know.
Okay. He still is the meaning of Christmas for most people. What? No, that's going to bother me. What is my word? Wasn't meaning. It was... I don't know. It's when you see Santa, you know Christmas is coming. So, there we go.
Resemblance?
No. It's not an emblem. It's not a resemblance.
Resistance?
I don't know if y'all can think of my word. Let me know.
Put it in the comments below.
Yeah. But soon we should be getting that book. And she also has 6 new single patterns that are also Christmas. So she's been a busy lady.
That are going to come out?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think shops can order them now. And we should get them soon. So So, and then when I was at lunch eating all my carbs that I shouldn't have eaten, I saw that Country Cottage Needleworks is coming out with a new monthly series. Now, if you remember several years ago, it was right after you started working here.
Was it where they had that frame?
Yes,
and you
there
would
was
change
the
it out?
white frame, and it was a
And it
single
was-
house.
And was it the different seasons of the year?
No, it was different months.
Oh, different
every
months.
month.
Okay, yeah.
But there was one house in it. This one is called the Monthly Mini Village. And it's, instead of being a vertical, it's a horizontal. And they have a really cool frame that goes with it.
Oh, that's neat.
And it doesn't have just the one house, it's got several houses. So I thought that was pretty interesting that they were going to repeat something similar. But I think it's been long enough that I don't have any of mine done. They're still hiding in my stash.
The original one?
Yeah.
The original series?
Yeah.
I remember when you bought that frame.
Oh my gosh. I just have way too much to do. Oh.
Well, it's easy to have a lot to do because there's so many darn gorgeous
I know.
patterns.
I
I
know.
mean, the patterns.
Yep. The other thing, I looked at my
It's
schedule.
like all these designers are drinking the same water.
Yeah, they're coming up with cute patterns. They need to stop.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, I don't think that will go
You
over well
you
because
gotta have some time to make the cute stuff that they keep designing.
I had looked at my October calendar and it was awful. There was so much going on. But was it not this past weekend, the weekend before, we went to Ohio for my other grandson. His football team, his youth football team, was in the Super Bowl.
What?
Yeah. And so I don't think we'd gotten over there to see any of his games, so we felt like we should go for his Super Bowl game. So we went, and they won, and it was so cool because they actually got Super Bowl rings.
What?
I mean, these rings were huge. On their poor little hands, it covered up their whole first knuckle.
Uh-huh.
But they were very similar to the NFL's Super Bowl rings. And then their trophy looked like the Lombardi trophy.
Oh, wow.
So it was pretty cool. They were pretty excited. And my poor son, he wasn't able to go because he was out man camping. And so I think I sent him some pictures. And he was pretty excited for his son. And we were excited that we got to go and see him win. And it'd been sad if he'd lost, but he didn't get to play, but that was fine. He was on the
Still-
sidelines rooting for his
He's
team.
still part of the team.
He helped get him there, so, and that's what I told him. I said, you know, you may not have been out on the field today, but you helped the team get where they were.
Yeah.
So it was, man, some of those parents, whew, they get into the game.
Like somebody watching their kid wrestling?
Yeah. Hey, I was the silent one sitting on the edge of the mat with the camera until that kid cartwheeled my son across the mat and the ref didn't call anything. I didn't know who I was going after, the ref or the kid.
And both.
Yeah, probably
You
both.
just put both arms out and
Just clothesline him.
yeah.
There we go. Yeah, but we were not those parents. We or grandparents. We sat and applauded when applaud was needed, and of course the adults are the ones that really mess things up, because the other team's coach is out throwing a little hissy fit out on the field, and I'm like, get him off the field so the boys can play. Take it up with the sideline ref. Get off the field and let the boys play.
Hey, don't be messing with the momentum now.
Well, they did.
There's a momentum you got to have in any sport, any
Yeah.
craft, anything. You got to have momentum.
And it was at the end of the game, and his team was down, and I could not figure out what they were arguing about. There was a dad in front of me who finally turned around and explained it to me, and I'm like, so why is he still throwing a hissy fit? Oh, but yeah. Oh, and I found out that one of the coaches on my grandson's team was an ex-Colts player. His first name's Rocky, and for the life of me, I can't remember his
Wow.
last name. But I
Wow.
thought that was pretty cool. His son, I believe, was the quarterback.
Wow.
He also played for the Cincinnati Bengals, so that's why that they were in the area. But I learned all kinds of things that weekend.
Man.
So congratulations, Jax. We're proud of you. So last time we had a question for you to answer for a drawing
Last time, on a previous episode.
on a previous episode of Flosstube from Always in Stitches.
What was the question?
I remember the question.
Oh,
What
yeah.
was
I
their
had,
favorite Christmas song?
I had to come up with something that you'd agree to.
Yeah, I kind of shot you down on a few.
Yeah.
But we are happy to announce, and this is what the giveaway was, is
Gosh,
Teresa
look at that
Koget's
giveaway.
Celebrate.
Are you kidding me?
15 patterns.
15 patterns.
Amazing patterns, I might say.
Yeah.
And the winner is... Say her name.
Carol Hop 4588.
Please. Oh, there she is on the phone right now.
Operator standing by.
So, Carol, give us a call here at the shop and we'll get this to you. Have you come pick it up. And we have another giveaway too.
What?
Yeah, but I haven't thought of a question yet. So,
Well, you got time. It's-
I
we're
do.
Still in the.
I do.
We're still in the episode.
Yeah, we're
You're
doing
welcome.
good.
We're doing good.
Okay,
My.
I'm not going to show you yet. So, Peter, do you have any new patterns over there in your
Yes.
cute little bucket
I have procured
from the museum?
quite a pack of particular patterns from prominent people. I was going with that.
Alliteration.
Your
thing.
alliteration that you started.
What did I say?
Peter, do you have any patterns? All right, let's see what's in this pile. Let's dig in. And I tell you what, let me tell you how wonderful Nancy is. She went through and organized these so they all flow together.
I hope so.
And she knows way more about them than I do. This is Country Cottage Needleworks Christmas Deer. They're really sweet. They're this nice little pastel color. Very sweet. It's a quick cross stitch.
Pastels are popular. Oh, there we go with the alliteration again. Pretty popular pastels for the season. There's a whole series of these. I'm not sure how many they're going to have, but if you decorate your house in pastels, these would be really cute. They're just, does it give a finishing size or a finished size? No. But they're not real big, but if you finish them like they do as a flat fold or a flat finish, you can hang them on your tree and they would look very pretty. It'd look really pretty on a white tree.
That would, yeah. Make the colors really pop. Then we have the
Announcing
Fragments in Time number 7.
the final 2 in the series.
10th year anniversary.
Yep, you know what that means? At market, they're going to have another series ready. They're killing me. I don't even have this one started. I don't have the other one finished. It's in timeout.
Love it. Okay, here is number 8, Fragments in Time 2024, 10th year anniversary series. Are they all houses in this
They
series?
are all houses, and the thing with this series is these are all family homes
Oh, wow.
that she designed the cross stitch after. And I think the first or second one was a log cabin, so I had to do it.
Oh, cool.
So yeah.
Ooh, what do we have here? Noel Tuffet by Shakespeare Peddler. That's fancy.
Yeah.
That just looks elegant.
I like
Ooh.
they used what they use.
40 count rosy wabi sabi linen.
When I think of wabi sabi, I think of the wabi sabi.
Wasabi
What's that?
wasabi paste. Wasabi horseradish paste for Japanese.
Yeah, and it's
Japanese.
green.
Yes, and it's hot.
So when
It'll
I
clean out your sinuses
oh
real
yes,
quick.
my husband loves the wasabi peas. Whew, if I don't breathe, I can eat them. So
I like this one. Ink circles. Arranging ornaments. That's a fun name.
What, ink circles or arranging
No, arranging
ornaments?
ornaments. I mean, you know, because you get in the box and you got to figure out which one you're going to take out and
Hey,
put
hey,
up, and then
much
the
better.
next one.
Yeah. It
Somebody
always-
keeps moving the camera. It's not my fault.
Nobody's moving the camera because nobody's behind it. Phew.
This is Lucy Beam, Love and Stitches, and we did find out who the girl is. Merry Christmas Heart by Rebecca Noland. This is cool because it's got the year and the date.
That's all done in DMC.
It's 102 by 137 stitch count. And what would Christmas be without a tree farm? Come on now.
From Stitching with the Housewives.
St. Nick's Tree Farm.
28 count black. Woohoo!
You know, if you like Stitching with the Housewife, you might as well get several yards of the black.
Yeah, you should. And what's Christmas without?
Santa Claus. Look at that. That's a nice sign. 28 count.
That's the next one of their word swap. I'm not sure how many we've done of those, but I don't know how many they're going to do. Maybe till they run out of words.
Well, this is really pretty. Snowdrop Street. Stitching with the Housewives.
And the house behind it that they're using to finish it is by Paisley and Polka Dots. And they've got a lot of really fun finishing things on their website.
That's a beautiful finish. That just is really nice. Heartstring Samplery. Skate Beaver. Stocking ornament number 6.
I don't know what happened
the
to 1
series.
through 5, but here's 6. It's done on 32 count pearl gray with DMC and
Oh.
Weeks Dye Works.
Yes, and you only need 3 colors.
3 of the DMC and 2 of the Weeks.
Oh, there you go. Battleship.
That's
Oh,
for
it's
the-
that lantern
And the skate.
and the skate.
Now this one is a little different for heartstring.
Heartstring Samplery Out There Ornament Set. I can't see what the ornaments are though.
There's a spaceship,
Oh wow, a dream
a
catcher.
UFO. That's the Enterprise from Star Trek.
Oh, I thought it was a dream catcher. I see it now because there's the planet Saturn.
Yeah.
I thought it was like, okay, that's cool, a dream catcher.
No. Was it underwater, a whale?
Uh-huh.
And
With some bandit. And it has a cup of coffee. Is that
Maybe
am I
it's hot
seeing
chocolate.
things? Am I seeing things?
maybe it's hot chocolate.
Yeah, it's hot chocolate this time of year.
I bet it's a salted caramel hot chocolate.
Yes.
R. Why is there a mouse in the water?
There's a mouse.
Isn't that a mouse?
Yeah, that's a mouse.
And flowers.
It's random.
That's very random.
It's it's to go with something that we're just not getting.
Yeah. That's okay. If you get it, let us know.
We'll have to dig deeper on that one. Okay. Heartstring Samplery. Go Tell It on the Mountain.
Don't make me break out in song.
That's pretty. Ooh, yes. Okay, here are the Primrose Cottage. You doing some research?
I am.
Okay. Primrose Cottage, Christmas Word Tree. Boom, there's that.
You guys are gonna love the next one.
I love the next one. I'm all about this one. Cocoa Quaker. Oh, this is awesome.
That kind of goes with their other hot cocoa patterns that they've got. Oh, I remember the third pattern that was in my bag still. It was the Perfect Cocoa, and it was a real pretty Christmas cup with hot chocolate in it with an elf turned upside down.
Oh,
His
cool.
legs are sticking out of it. Poor guy.
I think this is the sweetest pattern for Christmas. I love that.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, and then of course you can't have Primrose Christmas without the quilt, right? Without their quilt design.
You could, but you'd be awful cold.
Yeah, so you got to have the quilt design. So I introduced you to the Cocoa Quilt. Look at this. Look at this delightful little quilt square. How cool would it be if somebody's doing all these quilt squares to do it all in one big old piece of linen?
That would be cool.
That would be so awesome. Okay, Christmas magic. So she loves her words, and so here she uses her Christmas words in this design called the Christmas magic.
Now you'll have to show them the back and show what they did.
And this is what they did on the back of the pattern.
They took out just individual pieces and made the pillows. Which that's what you can do with samplers. If you, maybe you don't like the whole sampler, but there's 4 or 5 motifs that you like, you can pull those out and do small pillows or just small finishes and still have what you love out of it.
I mean, that's completely different. It's almost unrecognizable when you do these little fancy,
Yeah.
fun finishes.
Because they're not all smushed together. Cute.
Here we have hello from Liz Matthews.
Hello, Liz.
Deck the halls. With what?
Boughs of holly, fa la 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 la.
Love it. Oh, that's fun. Look, they have a humbug pattern.
No,
Yes.
you can't be humbuggy.
Look, if you're humbugging, this is the pattern for you. That's fun. I like it. I'm glad somebody brought that out, you know?
I like this one. I
What
love
are
the
those
colors.
things that are in the dome? Like the glass jar dome. What is that called? Is that what begin with the C? Cloche?
Yes. I was gonna say I could spell it for you, but I don't know that I could pronounce it.
This is cool. With the
Yeah.
with the lunar.
It's got the autumn colors in it.
That yellow just pops on that gray, doesn't it?
And the blue. I mean, I'm not sure which color blue it is, but because they're both dark,
Uh-huh.
you would expect you would lose one or the other, but you don't.
You don't.
I think it's because they outlined it
Yeah,
in the cream.
they outlined it. Christmas etchings,
This
heart
is
in
cool.
hand, to go along with their etching theme.
Yeah, if you love their etchings, and always remember that if you like one particular, like in this case, one particular ornament, just do that one on a larger count and you can make a pillow out of it. Or frame it, or something.
Little Robin Designs. Is this a new designer for us?
We've had a few of their patterns before.
This is Hollow's Eve Greetings.
This would be perfect on Atomic Ranch's Pumpkin King fabric.
Yes, I don't often agree with Nancy, but when I do, I agree with that Atomic Ranch. Perfect. What was it called?
Pumpkin King.
That is a beautiful fabric.
But what they used is, it's called Grandpa's Shop Rag, and it's from Lappin' Loops. And the gal who runs Lappin' Loops, she's amazing. She's great. So if you think about the old shop rags they used to use, it's dead on.
That's good call on that linen. Now, here we have for all of you who have been knocking down our door asking for
Yeah.
wedding samplers. We searched high, we searched low, we searched far and wide, and we have found the It's So Emma wedding sampler for you today.
And this is very versatile. They show you just a neutral theme here with the white and the beige. But you could do it in the colors of the wedding, or you could do it in, if you know the couple, what their home is going to be decorated like, you could pull those colors in. I mean, you could, this is very, very versatile.
There's a lot of pages to this pattern.
Yes, there
That's
are.
a big boy.
Well, and I think that they'll give you the alphabet and the numbers and everything
okay,
in there
okay.
to add in. So that's going to add to your tip. How big is it finished?
It said it was 8 3/8 by
Yeah.
10 1/4.
And that's a good size. That's a good size sampler. I think I made one for my niece when she got married, and it was bigger than that. And it was the one color.
We were getting phone calls for this today.
Really?
Yep.
Yay, we've got it. It's here.
This is the Stony Creek Cross Stitch Annual Gift Issue Autumn 2024 collection. So it's chocked full of gifts. So much is in this one little magazine.
Why would you give chalk as a gift?
You know, this is chock full.
Oh.
Chock full. Don't ask me what
What's that
even
mean?
that means. I have no idea. You hear these expressions when you're a kid. They stick with you because you heard some adult say it, and then you're saying it and you don't even know what it means.
Well, do you think the adult who said it first knows what it means?
Cappy, why is it chock full?
What?
The expression chock full?
I'll do a Google search.
And is it CHALK full or CHOCK full?
Well, we're about to find out.
Looking it up.
Okay, we're waiting.
Oh boy. Middle English crammed full from the 1400s, possibly choke, equivalent to cheek, like a face on your cheek full. Chock-a-block full is an association with the chalk used in carpentry and building. So, that's what it is.
Interesting. 14th century phrase. In
And we're cute. You know, think about the person in the 14th century who came up with that. Do you ever think that they ever imagined there would be this thing called YouTube and that
Yeah.
their phrase would be on YouTube?
and people are looking it up to figure
In
out what the meaning is.
2024, man,
I'm sure
tell
they
you what.
in this Stony Creek issue, they have a snowman pattern in here for the zipper bags. I think it's towards
Did I
the back.
pass it?
No, there it is.
Oh.
And they are cute. They use, I think it's called Bluebell. Look at those
Look
guys.
at that.
So if you need a winter stitching project bag, here you go. It's called Snow Buddies.
They're snow homies.
So my rule when it comes to magazines or a book, there has to be 4 projects that I will definitely do. Not, oh, I might. It's like, oh, wow, I really got to do it. I had to stretch on this one a little bit, but I'll sit on it for a little while and figure out what I'm going to do. Like with all my other magazines I'm sitting on to figure out what to do. You know, my daughter, Julie, if you come into the shop, she works on Saturdays. I've told her she inherits all my stashes and all my machines and everything. And
Oh man. She's gonna fill her house up if it's not already full.
we are willing the house as
Oh,
is
that's
with
good.
everything
Because
to her.
then she doesn't have to move anything.
And she'll just have to pay off her 2 siblings and say, here you go. Mom said we could have the house.
This is for Jim.
Hey.
Help you.
Yeah, because I don't think I can knit all the yarn I have, or cross stitch all the patterns I have, or sew all the quilts that I have, or all the
No,
garments
I'm sorry.
in my lifetime, or do all the scrapbook pages and cards. Oh, and then there's the punch needle, and then there's the wool,
I don't think we're interested, but thank you.
and I think that's it. So good luck, Julie. May the force be with you.
Yeah, good luck, Julie. Good luck with that, Julie.
I did tell her one day where all my stashes were, because it's not all in just one place. And she's looked at me, she goes, Mom, why are you telling me this? I said, just because I want you to know, because it's all over the house. It's not just in one place. It could be in the rest of the house too. But, and she goes, and I'm sure you're going to tell me you have money stashed in the house too. And I just looked at her and she goes, Mother. I'm like, sorry. So, we have a giveaway, Peter. Just think of a question.
Oh, I was supposed to think of a question. Son of a gun. Okay, so it's November 12th.
Uh-huh.
Happy November.
What's your favorite Thanksgiving side dish?
Yes. Yes, I like it.
Okay.
Let's roll with that one.
So, in the comments of this Flosstube, if you would like to win this Nikki's Creation kit that comes with the pattern, the fabric, the finishing fabric, the ribbon, and the adorable little butterfly
Yeah.
charm, it's called the butterfly kit. Put down in the comments what your favorite Thanksgiving side is. Side dish. My Emerson, my 13-year-old now, asked me Saturday what we were going to have for Thanksgiving. We're going to have ham, right, Grandma? I went, no, we're having turkey. For some reason, they call my ham Grandma's famous ham. And
Grandma, famous ham.
all I do is I go to Meijer, I buy a spiral sliced ham, and I bake it. But it's Grandma's famous ham. So all the grandkids call it that. I'm like, okay. So I was driving, of course, so I brought up the message that I sent to the moms that said, okay, here's the menu, tell me what you're going to bring. And he's going through, he's going, oh yeah, that's good, that's good. What's a pickle tray, Grandma? I said, it's sweet pickles, the little sweet gherkins, and black olives, and green olives, and dill pickles, and oh. So he's quiet, and he's reading. He goes, Grandma, where's the deviled eggs? I'm
Oh,
like,
no.
oh no.
Oh, no.
That is his favorite thing.
Oh, no.
I'm like, oh. So I said, okay, send a message out on my phone to everybody that says this is you and that I forgot the deviled eggs. And luckily his Aunt Juju jumped on and said, I'll bring your deviled eggs for you.
Way to go, Julie.
I almost failed right there. In fact,
A win for the family.
I kind of did fail, and that is the one thing that no matter how many you bring, they will all be eaten.
They'll be gone.
So it's like, okay.
Make a double batch.
Yeah, they were talking last night. They came over for dinner and Julie tutored, and they were talking about what they were bringing. I think she's bringing corn casserole and the deviled eggs and something else. Oh, a pie. And her husband's like, now, we want to be sure we have everything to make this stuff. And I'm like, yeah, and make it before you get there because it's not going to be at my house this year. Robbie's mom, he's the son-in-law, his mom and dad offered to host at their house. And I said, okay, that's fine. So we're going to invade their household. And
What's not going to go wrong?
no, she's used to having the kids over there, so it'll be fine. Plus, really, they've got, if you're familiar with the area, White River Campground on the main road coming out of Cicero. I think it's 34th Street, right about there. So you would turn right and go into the campground, which it's a small campground, but it's nice. We've camped there before. But if you go just a little bit further, there's another driveway that goes back. Well, that's where they live. So the kids could go down to the playground and, in the campground and play on the
Nice,
playground.
nice.
And there's a woods around there. There's wild turkeys and deer and all kinds of good stuff in. So there's room to roam, and they've got a swing set for the kids. So they'll have fun, I think, when they're not comatose in a turkey coma like the adults will be. So if you're interested in winning this lovely kit, this was from Market one year. I can't remember. It may have been last year or the year before. But let us know what favorite side I forgot to put on there. And I think I just remembered another one. But nobody else likes it but me, so I'll just have to buy
Sour
it.
cherry pie.
No, the
Oh.
cranberry jelly that wiggles in the dish. And nobody eats it but me. So I get a whole can to myself.
I remember however many Thanksgiving dinners I would see that stuff and think, I'm not eating that. Well, one
Oh.
Thanksgiving dinner I decided, you know what? I'm going to see what this cranberry is all about. And then I put some on my turkey and I'm like, oh yeah, that makes the turkey so much better.
It does.
So
There's-
much better.
I think there's a cranberry mustard and
And you don't need a lot. You
No.
can literally just put your fork in there
yeah.
and just get it on the fork and then
Yeah.
it's good.
I think
Hard.
Panera or McAllister's does a turkey sandwich that has a cranberry something on it, and it is so good.
That'd be it'd be good. Make like an aioli with cranberry, whatever is in the jar
Yeah.
or can. Yeah, like a mayonnaise with that stuff. Cause that'd be good.
And I did come across the recipe for cranberry fluff. That sounds good.
So is that the cranberry with the
Cool
the stuff in
Whip
the
and-
jar?
What stuff in a jar? Oh no, not the marshmallow cream.
Yes.
No.
Okay.
No.
I was trying to.
Cappy's making an awful. What are you making the face for? The marshmallow or the cranberry?
Marshmallow, bleh,
Oh.
bleh, bleh, bleh.
Yeah, my grandson and I were talking about fudge because as we were going through Pendleton to Newcastle, I completely forgot that it was Christmas in Pendleton.
Oh, Christmas in Pendleton. I even warned you. I warned
Well,
you.
I didn't.
I said,
think.
"Yeah, are you going to Christmas in Pendleton?" You're like, "No, I'm not going to Christmas in Pendleton."
Well, see, typically,
And of all people in the whole world, I
There
would
you
think,
go.
"Hey, Nancy, Christmas in Pendleton. That's a talking point with my coworker."
well, prior to COVID, I would be in Pendleton that Saturday, but I would be playing in the pit orchestra at the high school
The piccolo.
and the flute. But COVID kind of put an end to that, and I get a hold of the director every year and say, is this a year? Are we going to be able to play again? And it's been, 4 years since we've played,
Wow.
and it makes me really sad. So if you're on the school board at Pendleton,
Would you like some live music?
yeah, the musicians would really, really like to be back in the pit. And I promise we won't get each other sick. I really do. As much as we can help it. I'll bring a can of Lysol. But now I lost my train of thought. Totally jumped the track. What was it?
And what are you going to do?
I don't know. Yeah, it's just totally gone. That was, okay. Well, you got anything else, Peter?
Nope, that's it. That's a wrap.
We so
Happy Thanksgiving.
appreciate you listening to us. And yes, it is like this all the time in the back room. But I will take a minute to wish all the veterans a very thankful Veterans Day. Thank you for your service, even though it's a day late, but it's okay. It still counts. And a happy Thanksgiving. Is there anything in between there? Nope. Just Thanksgiving. And then we're on the road to Christmas. Woo! He's not excited. So
I'm excited because you're excited.
I'm kind of excited 24/7 about Christmas, and people just don't know what to do with me, and I'm like, Take me as I am. Not going to change.
Yeah. put on
So
TikTok
have a
if
great
you wanna
day.
do it today or
Make sure
Thursday,
you let us know what favorite side we're forgetting this year for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And Peter will make it. So you might have to include the recipe. So next time you'll get to see Lenine and Peter. And hopefully they'll behave themselves, but I seriously doubt it. So have a great day and happy Thanksgiving. Bye.
Bye.